Welcome to the Stizzy Chronicles. I'm Stizzy. If you're new here, I live full-time in my 30-foot RV. For those of you who've been with the channel for a while, today's episode I'm going to let you know where I am and what I've been up to for the past couple of weeks. When we last chatted, I let you know that an opportunity had presented itself that I wanted to take advantage of. So I left the mild winters of coastal Mississippi and I'm now in southern New Mexico. Not southern enough though, because it's cold as heckle. There have been a few times when I've woken up and my pipes have been frozen, but it's well worth it because I'm working at an animal rescue. We rescue companion animals, so that would mean cats and dogs. I volunteer 15 to 17 hours a week in order to get an RV spot with full hookups. Work campers work with both the dogs and the cats, but I have asked to get more hours with the cats, and today is one of my morning shifts. During a morning shift, work campers are scheduled from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. in either the Cool Cat neighborhood, which is where I am now, or in Dogtown. And for the evening shifts, work campers are scheduled from 4 to 5:30 p.m., but we're usually able to do all the tasks in the evening by 5 p.m. At the start of every shift, we just walk around, get an idea of where the fur babies are, and as a whole, just get a feel for what's going on. While I'm completing my walk around, I want to share how I found out about this rescue. Facebook groups. I love a good Facebook group when it comes to learning about RV life and anything associated with it. I follow a few Facebook groups for work camping, and the rescue that I'm working with is very active on Facebook. I found one of their older posts in the Workampers Facebook group. I used the search bar to type in the states that I wanted to visit and or things that I wanted to do as a work camper, and I found the rescue. Now at the time, they weren't hiring. However, I still made sure they knew I was interested, and I just kept following the website and following along their posts to see if there were any openings. Because y'all know I love me some fur babies, and y'all know I'm persistent, I finally got an interview, even though at the time they technically didn't have a spot for me, but they did offer me a spot for April 2026. So when I accepted that work camping position on private property in Mississippi, this was already set up for April 2026. And I let my Mississippi people know, like, once April comes, I'm out of here. However, I wound up getting a call from the rescue asking if I could come sooner because one of the work campers wound up shortening their contract. And even though the plan was to start a farm or ranch at the Mississippi property, it hadn't started yet. And I was fiending. I needed some animal care in my life. So when they offered for me to come sooner, I took advantage of that. Do I have any regrets? A little bit. Only because of the weather, y'all. It is too cold for me, so I probably will not be coming to New Mexico ever again during the winter. But I'm still loving every minute with these fur babies. Now that I've talked about how I got here, let me tell you about what I do. It's our responsibility as work campers to make sure these fur babies are well taken care of while they're with us until they find their forever home. This care is going to include things like feeding them, making sure they always have access to fresh, clean water, administering medications when necessary, enrichment activities such as brain games with our dogs, helping some of our timid dogs find their confidence, or helping our feral cats get comfortable with human interaction. That's the gist of it all. But now I'm actually show you what that looks like. I'm gonna show you what I have to do in order to get a free RV spot, access to full hookups, all in exchange for volunteering. In the Cool Cat neighborhood, the cats have access to dry kibble 24 hours a day, but during our morning and evening shift, we do also hook them up with some wet food, which we also add supplements to make sure the community stays healthy. The rescue is a non-profit, so everything that we receive, including snacks for the animals, food, toys, blankets, anything you can think of, is through donations. We have about 6 or 7 dry kibble stations throughout the Cool Cat neighborhood, and at this point in time I'm just tidying up those stations and making sure everything is full to the brim. In addition to keeping their bellies full, we also make sure our fur babies stay hydrated. In the Cool Cat neighborhood, we probably have a minimum of 10 locations where they can get water, and our work campers make sure that water stays fresh and free of debris. We can't talk about cats without talking about litter. And just like our water stations, we have plenty of locations for our fur babies to do their business. Work campers make sure to get those litter boxes clean, so even if we have up to 20 cats in the animal rescue, it doesn't smell like 20 cats are in the animal rescue. For us, even though it's a weird measure of success, having this red bucket filled a little less means that the animal rescue is being successful when it comes to matching up these babies with the perfect forever home. When I first started, we had about 21 cats, so this red bucket would get full. Now when I do my morning chores, I'm looking at about half the bucket is filled up, because during my time here, at least 7 cats have been adopted, and with each day, that number increases. Another way to keep the Cool Cat neighborhood smelling fresh and so clean is doing what we call a sniff test. We go around and look for anything that may smell like it has been soiled with urine, get rid of it, and replace it with blankets, sheets, or items that have been donated by the community. Now, just making sure that the Cool Cat neighborhood smells good isn't enough for us. We want it smelling good and properly sanitized. So work campers clean multiple times throughout the day, and each week we do 2 deep cleans where everything is pretty much bleached, soaked, bleached, and bleached again, just so we can avoid illnesses as best we can. So there you have it. That's pretty much what my mornings look like when I'm doing cat care here at the animal rescue. If you're interested in learning more about the rescue, check the links in the description. I will also be bringing other videos so I can show you what my responsibilities are like when I'm hanging out in Dogtown. When all is said and done, I like to do one good last walk around, and then it's time for the best part of my day. Time to cuddle and snuggle and love up on the fur babies. I hope you enjoyed this life update, and I will see you next time.